CBS Sports coverage of the Big Ten Tournament is sponsored by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. And by Allstate. You're in good hands. And welcome to CBS Sports presentation of NCAA Conference Championship Weekend presented by Allstate. Starting lineups being announced here at United Center. We'll have those for you momentarily. Right now, let's bring in the fourth member of our crew, Tracy Wilson.
Wisconsin playing in its third game in 3 days and coming off that overtime win over Illinois. Now, Greg Gard has had experience in these quick turnaround games. He said it's all about rest and recovery. He told me they went right back to the hotel after the win, cold tubs, massage therapy, hydration. He said he's not concerned, but they could use their bench a little more today. As for Dusty May, he wants to take advantage of their tired legs. He said they want to push the pace, make Blackwell and Boyd guard, and score at the rim.
And that first meeting back in January, Wisconsin shot lights out against Michigan. Let's check out the starting lineups. They are playing once again without Nolan Winter. He's out with an ankle injury, and the plan is to have him back for the NCAA tournament. So Austin Rapp has been getting the start for Wisconsin. Michigan, as we know, they lost L.J. Kaysen. It's been a bit more of Trey McKinney off the bench. Michigan had some issues with Ohio State. That was a tight game late. They pulled away at the end, 71-67. Lendeborg, the Big Ten Player of the Year, only had 4 field goal attempts in that quarterfinal victory.
And he has the tendency to try to let the game come to him, but I would expect him to be more aggressive here offensively against this Wisconsin team.
And the Badgers got the overtime victory against Illinois, 91-88. They trailed by as many as 15. A comeback that was impressive and indicates what this Wisconsin team is all about. We're set to go. Michigan and Wisconsin, Big Ten semifinal number 1.
Controlling the tip in Michigan right now on offense. And Wisconsin, a little man, Bird, and Grant.
Jeff Anderson, Mike Littlewood,
Nice entry.
Larry Serrato, the officiating crew, and they work it the other way with Boyd, who has been so aggressive and confident throughout the season.
And Bird, offense, he's great. That was a great play from him on the other end, helping out in the post.
It dances off the rim. Wisconsin comes in riding a 5-game winning streak. Michigan, defending Big Ten tournament champions, are trying to go back-to-back. Of course, won the regular season crown.
They're so good getting others involved. Johnson,
A discard induced for Johnson.
Wrap the physicality, footwork right there. I love him at the free throw line, a chance to isolate. You can't really double team when he's in that situation there, Johnson.
Run out ball screen. Brody, an aggressive kid off the bounce as well.
By the way, Lendeborg guarding Boyd using his length, but the key is keeping Boyd out of the paint.
And he keeps that dribble alive to find people like this.
The jump shot doesn't go. Bieljauskas missed it from the outside.
He had a terrific game when they played earlier in the year.
Lendeborg off the rim.
Good to see him a little more aggressive. Not much like that yesterday.
John Blackwell and Nick Boyd have been so outstanding in the backcourt for Wisconsin.
And they put so much pressure with the dribble drive as well. You turn ahead, they find people. Rhodey drilling.
Rhodey, good looking stroke. The transfer from Virginia drains it, shooting at 31% from three-point territory. Gets the scoring started for the Badgers.
This is the guy, I think, the catalyst. Finding people who can make threes. Really's had a solid year, as has this guy. He's been special. Axel
Johnson in and out on a 3. Blackwell taps the ball to himself.
Dangerous early.
Blackwell aggressive, couldn't finish it. Johnson a factor, denied. Boyd just got negated by Mara.
What a hustle play by the big fella.
Cadeau thought about it.
This guy makes open shots. Nice deflect at Boyd twice. Great defense by him.
He got a piece on the wraparound.
And right away to start the game, Wisconsin flying everywhere. Deflections, help, defense. Michigan unable to really get inside to take advantage of their height.
Ever think you'd say flying when it referred to Wisconsin?
Yeah. How about scoring?
Ooh. Bo won't like that.
Here's Boyd, swing,
They won.
Rhodey partially blocked by Mara, so that's 2 for him.
Nice
Run out and knocked away by the free safety, Rhodey.
Great hustle. That's what they do. They shorten the floor with those outlets.
The acceleration nearly went for Blackwell. He wanted a call.
And Blackwell, no fear at all going in against that length.
Deep one. Burnett comes up short, and it's rebounded by Bieljauskas.
But those does that so well, finding the guys in the open floor.
1 of 7 from the field for Wisconsin. Michigan is 1 of 4.
Wisconsin high volume three-point shooting, but they still run that ball screen continuity from side to side.
And Blackwell is fouled by Burnett, or he stepped on the sideline. And he did. Turnover.
Hey, Grant, they're so tough to match up because they spread you. They can all shoot the ball. I mentioned, obviously, the guards, and then Rhodey knocking shots down, the big step out.
Early appearance for Roddy Gale Jr. So Dusty May making a change here with Mara getting a breather. Mara got into foul trouble last week in that victory over Michigan State. He was terrific yesterday against Ohio State. 17.7 rebounds, 2 blocks. Up top, Johnson in traffic. That ball tipped by Rhodey.
Michigan's sloppy right now offensively.
Cadeau couldn't bank it, and it's going the other way.
Cadeau's so tough, Grant. When he gets in the lane, he freezes guys. Should I stay or should I help bumping on him? Then he lobs it.
It's important that he be aggressive early. Didn't score in their first matchup. Had 19 in the second half, but as we said, Michigan just not in the flow right now offensively. Give a lot of credit to the defense of the Badgers.
So 3 turnovers for Michigan. 1 of 5 to open play. Blackwell.
Good match for him here, I think, off the bounce. Ooh, he had separation.
Open look for Rapp. Can't hit the 3. And a strong rebound there by Cadeau.
And the Aussie can make those shots.
Gale probing. Gets cut off there by Rapp.
And Gale, a great driver, too. Can be aggressive. Pops a 3 occasionally.
Cadeau one-on-one with Rhodey.
Empty side.
The push shot, no. Couldn't bank it home. Blackwell comes away with it.
You see Wisconsin, everybody on the glass, game rebounding, guards getting in there, getting some action.
Yeah, this is a tough match for Burnett, I think, here.
Michigan can switch everything.
Yep. Boyd trying to penetrate, no look. Bieljauskas.
Axel can guard, though. He caused all
Didn't
that
have the
action.
angle.
Great defensive maneuver. That kid, long, aggressive, tough on both ends.
And scoring has come at a premium here in the early going. We have just the 2 highlights to show you. You're watching the TIAA Big Ten Tournament. Wisconsin up by 1 over Michigan. Right now, let's take a look at a fresh, fun fact of the game presented by FreshBet. Michigan, 19 conference wins this season. They finished up at 19-1 in Big Ten play. That's tied for the 3rd most in NCAA history. Yes, Michigan's got an amazing season. Maize and blue. And it's a double entendre wrap. You can work through the maze, and what they have done this year in year number 2 under Dusty May has been nothing short of remarkable. They won their first outright Big Ten regular season title since 2021, and now they're looking to translate that to the postseason.
I can relate to the maze. I've been in one most of my life.
Yeah, we're not going to give you the years.
And
but
being with you has been more confusing.
you don't get out.
No,
you're
exactly.
trapped.
Forever. Here's the young man. Take Kaysen unable to play with that injury. Devastating, out for the year. McKinney, what a fallback. Really talented.
And he played well last week. Michigan State, in those minutes in the second half, really is where the separation occurred with McKinney running the point.
Carrington is in, so is Garlock.
Can't leave him.
Burnett misses on a 3-ball, tapped outside. Mara's back in, and he got hit from behind by Garlock, the 7-footer from Middleton, Wisconsin.
And McKinney, just the slap out there. A very active, strong kid. Every time I see him, he reminds me of Joe Dumars.
Oh, wow.
Physically.
Yeah.
Plus the area here, too, you know. You played under him. He was his management then?
Played with him.
Oh, you look much older.
Yeah, Grant is older.
Joe looks great.
Grant's in his 2nd year out of the league. Mara thought about it.
He will take it. Kazel.
McKinney tries to fake out Carrington. The fadeaway is pure.
That's where he's tough.
He's a scorer. That's his game.
He can back you down there. Big, strong backside.
And just the way he carries himself. You know how guys just stand up, they look like professional.
He has a maturity to how he plays.
And his attitude, too, not getting all those nice driving. Man, the kid's so good getting to the rim, boy.
Couldn't finish it, though. That's been a problem for both teams. 4-3 Michigan in front.
I was so good shortening the floor.
One team 1 of 9, Wisconsin. The other team, Michigan, 2 of 8.
Nice job defensively by Blackwell.
I tell you right now, Wisconsin really packing it in, almost that pack line defense, unable to get anything in the paint. Right here, this is just great talent. Takes his time, little step back. Kenny, so young, so talented.
This is the highest scoring Wisconsin team since the 70-71 season. They come in averaging 83.5 points per game.
Garlic on the floor, really
deflected.
Nice hands here.
Stumble, Lendeborg gathers, gives it up. Burnett spins and can't finish it, but a foul.
That's what's so good. Lendeborg, he just doesn't make mistakes. I mean, he gathered himself, found somebody, chance for 2 because of his effort.
Well, because he's so tall and long, 6'9", you put him on the perimeter. His length really disturbs you defensively, forcing that turnover. Could have easily shot that right there. We talked about his unselfish play, but really one of the more versatile defenders in all of college basketball.
He's got a 7'4" wingspan. It leads to Burnett free throws. He shoots it at 79%.
Now, you didn't do much. I guess you did switch a lot for Mike defensively.
We did. He switched everything.
Michigan sells out on it totally.
100. I mean, they have great length, their positional length, particularly with those triple bigs and Lendeborg on the perimeter. Wow. No passing lanes at all.
Are you complaining that Hurley wasn't long?
You know, Hurley was short, you know, Brian Davis. My boy Hurley might lose his assist record. Braden Smith in our next game is putting on a clinic.
Incredible year for him. And Blackwell's been quiet. Kenny's got the attention right now.
Blackwell has been held scoreless. Boyd drives and he floats it up. No, rebounded by Mara, but ripped out of there by Rapp. The jumper goes for Boyd. It's a 3.
And that gets him going too.
Boyd played for Dusty May at Florida Atlantic. They had tremendous success together, going to the Final Four, have a terrific relationship. Boyd is very animated. He talks throughout the game to whoever will listen.
Are you suggesting we're the problem?
Burnett, spin and kick, tied at 6.
Albert hasn't had any touches. That's a little bit of a settle.
McKinney, short, rebound. It's Garlock who got his hands on it, and then he's fouled by Michigan.
Axel with the reach in.
Survivor 50 is the biggest Survivor season yet. And this week, the Castaways get a surprise visit from country superstar Zach Brown. Light your torch, CBS Wednesday, and streaming on Paramount+.
Boyd's such a tough out. Good, man.
He is. And right now, Michigan unable to establish the post right now. Everything on the perimeter, contested shots on the offensive end. You'd think they'd get the ball inside to Johnson or Mara. Unable to do that.
Hayden Jones on the floor now. Pretty good putting it down.
Barrington can flat out shoot it.
Wide open middle. That's why they're able to drive and draw attention. You got to stay at home on the wings defensively if you're Michigan.
Hayden Jones is in the game. Freshman from New Zealand. Jumper, Blackwell. That goes. It's a 3.
Once again, the drop coverage of Mara. His man set the screen. Blackwell comes off naked there, able to knock it down.
More coaches want to give that up, though, Grant. They don't mind the 2.
9-6 advantage for the Badgers. Lendeborg has a 1-on-1 here with Carrington. Lob it up. Mara tried to guide it. Poked outside. Saved by Michigan. Cadeau. Good.
Tell you what, he's having a solid year. Billy Askins with a pretty good defensive play. Drifting to negate that lob.
And we are tied at 9. Blackwell, so good off the dribble, draws a lot of attention. Bielyauskas cans it from long range.
And he had 5 in their matchup in January, but once again, the defense collapses. He makes them pay from deep.
Yeah, my scouting report, I think he can make those. He bagged 5 that day.
McKinney, air ball from 3-point territory. We hit a timeout with Wisconsin in front of Michigan. 12-9, the first of 2 semifinals in Chicago.
Grant and Tracy.
No doubt about it, UMBC, an emblem of what can happen during March Madness. Moments ago, Tracy with Michigan head man Dusty May.
4 turnovers, struggling shooting. What do you attribute that offensive rhythm that you're not in yet to?
The physicality. We've thrown some lobs and haven't been able to land and come down with it. The first 3 turnovers we can live with. We get in the flow of the game. The last one, we've got a rebound in our hands. It turns into their three-pointer for Boyd, and you don't want to let him get going.
Defensively, in terms of defending the three-point line, how do you have to adjust there?
Well, we let Blackwell reject a screen, which gave the Lithuanian an open 3, so we went under on Blackwell. So 2 errors leads to that. The first one we can live with. Rhodey, step back 3 off the bounce, but we can't. The last 2, we got to do better.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Tracy, Wisconsin is 4 of 7 from three-point territory, 0 of 6 on two-point tries, and a foul is called as Carrington is trying to gather himself, was injured as he made his way towards the rim.
This kid's not bad, really. Jumps out at you, drive it, catch and shoot. A little bit of a stumble before he went up.
See his shoulder there. His weak side came over. It looked like he's grimacing a bit. But once again, Wisconsin, they're having their way getting to the paint. They haven't been able to necessarily finish at the basket, but the guards got to take the challenge and keep the guards of Wisconsin out of the paint.
There's nobody inside, though. The setup 5 out is conducive to that. I mean, you individual skills, you got to dig a little, help be in the lane.
That is the second foul on Cadeau, and it's not an area that they have a great deal of depth because of the injury to Kaysen. So he's now on the bench. Lendebourg, along with McKinney, Mara, Gale, and Johnson for the Wolverines. We are yet to see Will Cheddar.
And Bird McKinney is a kid who can run the point, but Axel will do a lot of that now as a point forward.
I think Axel's got to start taking over here. Look to be aggressive. Only 1 shot attempt thus far.
McKinney feed the post.
He lets the game breathe, though.
Mara on a kick. McKinney not looking to shoot it. Shot clock is down to 7.
Nice slip. I'd post up if I were him.
Gale, he powers in, and it rims out. Foul called, and it's going to stay right here.
It looked like Carrington trying to keep Mara off the glass as Mara was going up for a tip dunk opportunity, a little shove in the back.
And that's number 2 on Braden Carrington, the transfer from Tulsa, spent 2 years at Minnesota as well.
And Tracy talking about turnovers with Dusty. Big thing with them, they have dead ball turnovers quite a bit. And also the lob, so you still have some balance. They don't really get killed as other clubs might with turnovers.
Good point.
We mentioned the injury to Winter. They're also down another player, and Jack Janicki, who was out with a wrist injury.
Matty Gale's got a big job with Boyd now. He just would love to take the big guy. This is for bragging rights.
After the steal, Mara blocks Boyd in the corner.
I wonder if he understands Spanish after that one.
Gale penetrates, and he finishes with the offhand.
That's his game. Very aggressive experience at Ohio State. Tough competitor.
And thrives in the open court.
He does. He does. That's his total input.
Cheddar now getting ready to check in. Baseline, Blackwell.
So you turn your head, they're going to get nice pump and bite.
Oh, beautiful spin and kick. Bieljauskas nails it from long range. It's a downtown hit.
This looks familiar to the last game.
He's got a wry smile on his face because he knows what he did.
Again, he looks, 5 threes.
What's the scouting report again?
Well, he can't put it on the deck.
16-11 Wisconsin. Mara one-on-one with Bieljauskas. And Mara forcing his way in. The rebound is grabbed by Wisconsin.
And they got to run him, too. Numbers for a second.
Off the Jones board, Blackwell is called for the offensive foul.
There's that experience, huh?
Oh, Gale.
Able to move those puppies.
Blackwell so hard to defend. His ability to get into the paint, one of the best. Gale anticipates correctly and got his feet set.
So Mara will sit. And now Wisconsin will make a change with Austin Rapp, stretch big from Australia, checking in for the Badgers.
That is a tougher match, I think, all around. You see Johnson loading up. Oh, nice
Steals. Nick Boyd. He's going to take it himself for 2.
And Bird, to your point, though, now that he's playing point, a little bit different. That would be Kaysen normally.
18-11, Wisconsin in front. Gale puts it on the deck. steps through and kicks for Johnson. Plenty of time on the shot clock here. Cheddar had it knocked away for a moment by Rhodey.
Oh, they are guarding, containing.
Gale, spin, good help, kick.
That's his game.
Cheddar, the step back three, put it on the board.
He's been doing that for a long time. No vino, but a lot of cheddar.
Well, maybe for you later. 18-14.
I always need company.
9 minutes to go.
hands.
First half, steal. Gale looks for the angle, layup, doesn't go, but he's fouled.
Raph, the effort and energy that Roddy Gale has brought off the bench defensively, drawing charges, active hands defensively, drives to the rim.
I always tell you there's nothing like age. He is aggressive, tough kid. Oh, Niagara Falls.
First foul on Austin Rapid sends Gale to the free throw line. Gale held to 4 points in the quarterfinals against Ohio State. Bracket season is here. Play against friends and family. Enter to win a trip to the 2027 Final Four. Get the CBS Sports app. Be a part of March Madness today.
And Raph, we talked about McKinney switching over from that two-guard position to the point guard. As he goes out now, and Burnett checks in for him. He's just tough as a freshman. He can play that. Hasn't played it, though, this season. And now you're sort of getting your reps in the tournament, which is not always easy. So
Pressure on Axtell right now, I think. He's the guy that's going to have to be the lead point guy.
and he can do it.
Yeah.
This Wisconsin team didn't get off to the best start. They were 9-5. They had losses to BYU, TCU, Nebraska, Villanova, Purdue. But boy, if they got it rolling right now, a 5-game winning streak.
ISO and an overload.
Boyd comes to the ball with 7 to shoot. He's going to work it against Lendeboard.
He
Boyd,
walked. He
shuffle of
walked.
the feet,
Yeah.
and they caught it.
And that's what he does. He can get in your head.
He can,
Pursues.
but he can also use his size to space him. He can contest with his length, but still quick enough and mobile enough to slide his feet, knowing Boyd wants to get to that left hand.
I'm not sure anybody would have predicted we'd have more turnovers than made field goals at this stage of the game for these two teams.
Do you think games in a row, part of it, attributable, fatigue?
Certainly Wisconsin, a long run to get here. They've just been on that winning streak, and the focus has been keep it alive. Gale nearly lost it. Now he does. Out of bounds.
And Grant, how did you feel doing an ACC tournament and then getting ready for the NCAA? It was a little bit of a grind.
I mean, I was 21. I mean, it didn't matter. These guys are young.
Yeah, but you had to put up with Mike, so that's a mental strain.
Well, it's like playing 5 games in a row.
Wisconsin leads by 2 under 8 minutes to go in this first half.
Greg said it's like AAU for these kids, though, right?
Blackwell.
Playing so many games in a row.
Yep.
Bielyauskas, he is hot.
Can't shoot.
He's hot, but Blackwell right now understands that the defense is going to collapse. He's almost a decoy, getting into the paint, creating those open looks. And the big fella, the Lithuanian.
Yeah, Artemis Karnisovas comes to mind. I think he works for the Bulls, right?
Yes.
Seton Hall player.
Johnson swing for Burnett. Shot clock is down to 10. Burnett accelerates.
Nice cover by Rhodey.
And Rhodey knocks down Gale in the process, and he grabs his right leg.
Started to see a lot of this late in the year.
Gale was just trying to keep that alive, and it was the right ankle that he went to immediately on this play. It gets caught right there.
Rhodey, just kind of landed on it.
And a noticeable limp for Gale as he makes his way to the Michigan bench. We'll come right back. Our game summary here in Chicago. This has been an offensive struggle. Wisconsin has turned it over 6 times. Michigan 7 times. Neither team has shot it well. And during the timeout, Tracy caught up with Badgers head coach Greg Gard.
Holding them to under 35% shooting, forcing 7 turnovers. How would you assess your defense so far?
We've done a good job of keeping the ball out of the paint for the most part. You know, we got to take care of the ball ourselves. So we've had some uncharacteristic, sloppy turnovers. We just need to be stronger with the ball.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, Tracy.
All right. Thank you, Tracy. It was the Roddy Gale ankle that we went to break with, and a really good sign that he's back out there. He's jogging, he's jumping, and he's going to play.
That tough kid, really.
Been their best player thus far, I think, on both ends.
Gives them like a different look, you know, like a power forward in a sense. Can play a little small forward and put it on the deck as well.
Got him playing backup point guard right now, too.
So Gale will trigger in. The Michigan Wolverines are down by 5. We approach 7 minutes to go in this first half.
And I like this little wrinkle now, Grant. A little trap at the half court without a point guard. See if they can get some direction.
Burnett not shy.
That's his
short. And a long rebound to Boyd. Boyd, who played at Florida Atlantic and San Diego State. He's been a winner every place he's played. A foul is called as Burnett was trying to knock the ball free.
And Birdie plays St. Mary's in Rutherford, home of Jim Spanarkel.
Oh, wow. You're getting a Jim Spanarkel reference.
How about that? Well, the Duke guy, you know, accomplished.
Duke legend.
Exactly.
Very much so. 21-16 Badgers. It's been the combination of Boyd and Bieljauskas so far for Wisconsin.
Contained the guards pretty good, and Boyd has not forced the issue, which I like.
On a handoff for Carrington, 10 to shoot.
I think Boyd can take Burnett, though, if they get it back to him.
Ball fake, Carrington, slicing, wild shot, and Cheddar is there.
Good defense there by Gale.
Cheddar not sure who to give it to. He doesn't recognize the backcourt.
Inside, Lendeborn, denied by Bieljauskas. Outside, Burnett, a step back three is short. Nothing going down right now for Michigan.
Good hustle play. Well, they had him quicker.
Burnett, green light, missed it.
You said it best. 2 of 10 from 3 right now for Michigan.
They have 5 field goals and 7 turnovers so far in this first half. We come up on 6 minutes to go.
And Greg has rested his guards pretty good. Blackwell coming back in shortly. Got good minutes.
This Michigan lineup really switches everything. Boyd likes this matchup.
Boyd will fire. And it's rebounded by Burnett. Trying to accelerate. It gets cut off there by Jones. Where's the offense coming from? Johnson can't hit.
One catch and shoot. Really not running much interaction right now.
They are 2 of 12 from three-point land. Carrington, wow, way off. Harsh. Long rebound to Gale. Up the floor in a hurry. Lendeborn, no good. Cheddar was trying to extend his body, knocked it over to Carrington, and it's blocked by Lendeborn. The chase down.
Never gave up on it. Wow, talk about a complete player. A walk
and a travel on Burnett.
He fills all the boxes. Clark Kellogg would like to work his games, right?
Yes, he
Fill
would.
that stat sheet. How about that effort? Goodness.
We've had a lot of defensive highlights.
That we have. And wow, what a block. Great timing getting back on defense. 5th in the nation, Michigan. 5.9 blocks per game.
And they've got 4 in this first half.
And Bird, you can see they missed Cadeau, though. They right now are
Big time.
rudderless.
And that was the concern for Michigan. If Cadeau could not give them major minutes. Early foul trouble. Blackwell redirects. He's going to challenge Mara and scores.
No fear at all.
You can't drift far enough away from that.
Blackwell's got 5, and it's 23-16 Badgers. McKinney gets tripped by Blackwell. When everything is on the line, this is the team you want on your side. High stakes, big moments. Don't miss a new episode of FBI. CBS Monday, 9, 8 Central, and streaming on Paramount+.
Michigan's really had a problem getting Mara involved on the offensive end. I think mainly because they don't have Cadeau out there.
No, they're not
organized.
They're not organized and not getting into their sets. You talked about Kaysen and his value out for the remainder of the season. So important to this team. Cadeau was out, so you have to figure this out.
This kid came back in that game that he was injured. That's how tough he is. Tried to play a couple of minutes. You don't have to run anything for him either. He runs for others and can make threes.
This is a rematch of last year's Big Ten title game. Michigan beat Wisconsin 59-53. 178th all-time meeting between these two programs.
We're on pace for another 50-point game.
Good point. Maybe.
These are two teams that score a lot of points during the regular season.
This in the 80s.
Yeah, highest scoring Michigan team since the 88-89 season. They average just under 88 points per game. Blackwell got a three.
Showing his range. He hit a couple of feet behind that line.
26-18, Wisconsin. Gale, the lane opens up. Gale, layup, no. Trying to grab it, he does. Gale goes up and loses the ball. Boy, the other way. Rapp on a wing. Rapp misses from three-point territory, and a good box out there by Johnson.
Sure it was.
And that's the new college basketball. Yeah. Run the break to the three-point line.
No more dunks by you in the old days.
McKinney. Now it's Johnson.
Nice.
He got body bumped there by Rapp, and a foul is called. Wisconsin and Michigan for a spot in the Big Ten Tournament Final. This is Conference Championship Weekend, presented by Allstate. It's the Badgers who actually have the Wolverines turned upside down right now. Wisconsin's got its largest lead of the day. Tomorrow night, CBS Sports will be the first to let you know who's in, who's out of the Big Dance, the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show, right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Put up the countdown clock. Everybody loves it. 1 day, 4 hours, 13 minutes, 52, now 51 seconds left. Let's check out the resumes of these two teams. Wisconsin, they've certainly helped themselves in recent weeks. CBS Sports Bracketology has them as a 6 seed. Michigan entered the week with the possibility of still being the overall #1 seed in the tournament. No matter what happens here, they will be a 1 seed.
Talk about Wisconsin, 4 straight games. Wins versus AP top 10 teams. Really beginning with that win at Michigan back in January. So finishing this season strong, the Wisconsin Badgers paying off.
That was January the 10th. Greg Gard's team got a 91-88 victory over Michigan. The Wolverines were 14-0 when they faced the Badgers. And Michigan gave up 54 points in the second half. Their defense has been so tremendous this season. That's just one of the only blemishes on the year.
And this rhythm right now on offense, lacking. They're really struggling.
Yeah, Michigan, they got to get out of this half. Try to get to the second half, keep this within 4 or 5, maybe even chip into this lead a little bit. But they have struggled mightily on the offensive end. 20% from the field and 15% from the three-point line.
Michigan has made more free throws than they've made field goals in this first half. Brody had a great move, but he could not hold on to it.
Again, the ability, nobody at the rim to negate that opportunity.
And that is 7 Badgers turnovers. McKinney gets picked up by Rapp. Feed it.
I would like Johnson down on that low box where he is tougher. Little spin.
Johnson kick. Wow. McKinney lines it up. He knocks it down. String music on a 3.
And all that mix-up, Rapp had to come out a little tardy on the challenge.
And Michigan has cut it to 3 with 3 minutes to go in this first half. 14-1. The Michigan bench has outscored the Badgers bench. Rapp can't hit the 3. Long rebound. It's grabbed by Cheddar. Cheddar one-on-one with Rhodey. McKinney has got a screen from Johnson.
Overload on the right.
McKinney walking the tightrope. Cutter. Cheddar layup. No, he missed it.
They got 5-on-4 now if they want it. Good hustle by Cheddar. A little late.
2-man game with Bielyauskas and Rhodey. We come up on 2 minutes to go in this first half.
You're right, Brad. 5 on the perimeter for Wisconsin. So hard.
You're out on your own.
You're on an island.
Boyd against the big.
That'd have gap D.
Kick it out. Shot clock down to 5. Rhodey looking for a runway. Rhodey, it's blocked by Johnson. Tossed up. Bielyauskas. And it doesn't hit anything. Shot clock violation.
And Boyd didn't have his partner out there, Blackwell, with those 2 personal fouls. Both teams a little bit out of rhythm on the offensive end.
That was great defense, though, by Michigan. Multiple efforts guarding that dribble penetration. They need more defensive possessions like that.
That's 5 blocks now for the Wolverines in the first half.
Wow. Little ball screen. They have not done this at all.
Lendeboard missed it on the interior, and it's cleared by Rapp.
I don't mind that miss. I'd like to see him do more of that. Continue to attack, be aggressive.
3-point lead here for Wisconsin. Boyd against Cheddar. Draws a crowd, ball movement. Carrington can't hit the three.
That look is all Boyd, though. Turns heads, spins him.
1:22 to go on the clock. Mara.
Bounce yourself in. He's got hooks with either hands.
Likes to pass it.
Drop step, baby hook. Chance at a three-point play. A dime, Mara.
There's more to his game than we have seen.
And look, he's 5 feet off the block right there with that hook shot. That's a deep hook. Great touch, footwork. It takes the foul.
And nobody digging either, right, to help him?
Leaving him on an island there. But you got to be careful because he's such a great passer, too.
That is a great point.
Get a substitution here. Gale will check in, and he replaces Cheddar.
Raph, I think that might be Mara's first post-up opportunity in this half.
I would agree. And even Johnson not getting touches down there. Little gamble with Blackwell on the floor. He's got to be careful with those two.
But you could see his footwork is very good. He's comfortable in that area. The drop step, the baseline moves, it's all there.
He's a talent. He's just not a big guy. Great passer, as Grant alluded to.
They have not scored Wisconsin in nearly 3.5 minutes. 26-25 Badgers.
They can get that two-point shot if they want because of the drop tough shot. Again, wow, what an impact the last minute or so.
Boyd comes up with an air ball.
Look at him run the floor, by the way.
Michigan looking for the lead. The block by Carrington. He just got McKinney.
Mara doesn't want to run back.
Oh, Boyd! Oh, that's a major highlight. Big time razzle-dazzle for Boyd.
Wow.
How about that? Mara never ran the floor. The ability at the rim, goodness.
Oh,
deft.
2 shot blockers, Johnson and Lindenborg there.
Goodness, a little lingerie on the deck, guys. It's embarrassing. Midtown Chicago. Pretty Boyd to the 10.
Nick Boyd with the swag.
And Progressive makes getting claim support so easy.
Joe Lyons is passive progressive.
Wow, they support you, Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
Joe doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
And Progressive makes it easy to make changes to my policy.
Oh, great. You can add Sarah here.
It's Julie.
Right. Sarah was the one your mom really liked. Hi, Julie.
I'm putting my Progressive savings towards another cruise.
Look how young you were.
Don't be passive progressive.
Look how cute you were.
Get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Before you could talk.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. Adam, Clark, Wally, and Bruce, they'll give us their take on this first half. Update us on who else has punched their ticket to the big dance. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Greg really doing a nice job rotating these guys. Blackwell back out, Rapp back out because of the 2 fouls. And Dusty just trying to hold it together really to get the center of attention, his guard, back on the floor in the second half.
Fewest points in a first half, 30 for Michigan. Right now they've got 25 and they trail by 3, 36.1 on the clock.
But they're not accustomed to a lot of close games.
No.
Just run away from Hyde.
You look at their resume, 24 wins by double digits. That's the most in the country. This team's 30-2. Cheddar back in.
A little zone again. They did this to mix him up, trying to rush him into a tough shot or a perimeter.
Michigan out of sorts again.
Gale. He may have gotten away with one. Lindenborg lines it up. Bingo. The 3.
That's wide open, particularly against that set.
And we are tied at 28. 3 seconds left. Boyd makes his move. Boyd at the buzzer. No good.
Well, he can get what he wants, can he? Pretty good look.
We are deadlocked at the break. Wisconsin and Michigan.
How about Lindenborg? Makes big shots, timely shots there. Gives some momentum going into the half. More than capable inside and outside, and talking to himself.
Give it to me more, but against that little 1-3-1 look, center had a long way to go to cover. He drilled it.
And Lindenborg, his first points of the half. Let's send it over to Tracy.
Well, it was a struggle early, but especially for you, you get that first bucket there. How important was that in terms of carrying momentum into the second half?
It's huge, especially for me. I've been having the 2 worst games of my life so far. I don't know what's been going on, but seeing one finally goes in gives me a lot more confidence and motivation. I know my team was super excited that I finally got one to go. And the momentum, we tied the game up. We were down and out the whole half. It's gonna lead to us, playing way better in the second half.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
End of the first half here in Chicago. Wisconsin and Michigan all locked up at 28 apiece. Right now, let's send it over to Adam Zucker in our New York. CBS Sports coverage of the Big Ten Tournament is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Try Pick 6 for $19.99. Discover. Score cash back on every purchase with Discover. And by Fresh Pet. Healthy food. Fresh from the fridge. Getting ready for second half action here in Chicago. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Powered by Ram Trucks. Wisconsin shoots it at 32%. Michigan, 27%. This team is 8th in the country in field goal percentage. They come in just a shade under 51% from the field. Bench points in favor, though, of the Wolverines, 14-1. Moments ago, backstage, Tracy had a chance to chat with Wisconsin guard John Blackwell.
John, you had them all out of sorts early, but they came back to tie it. What do you have to get back to doing?
Just playing together, having fun out there. I think we're at our best when we're sharing the ball and having fun and, just playing together. That's how we got the lead early. We were just sharing it, calling plays for each other and playing together. And then defensively, just clean up a little stuff, turnovers, and rebounding the ball on the offensive glass.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back to CBS Sports presentation of NCAA Conference Championship Weekend presented by Allstate. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson as well. The rest of our CBS crew. A 10-2 run to end that first half for Michigan, but you guys both pointed out at times Wisconsin did have the Wolverines out of sorts.
They really did. And defensively, they would confuse Michigan. Really couldn't get organized. Part of it, Elliot Cadeau in foul trouble really hurt them.
Yeah, running the offense, obviously. I love the interview before halftime with Yaxel. Blatantly honest.
Very much so.
That open? And
no. You got to fake it till you make it.
He could be special and turn it up, obviously.
Three-point shooting for Wisconsin. That was a big factor in that first half.
It was a big factor. 41% from behind the line. This is who they are, their identity. And they're able to take advantage, getting looks, and really the dribble penetration, Raph. You get the help and knocking down open threes. They need more of that attack mode and step up with confidence from downtown.
Yeah, there's nobody in there to negate. Obviously, that 5 out, been tough.
This is a Wisconsin team that comes in number 9 in the country in offensive rating, according to KenPom. The defensive numbers, 61 in the nation.
Cadeau on Rhodey. If I were him, I would drive him. On the switch now.
Bilyauskas.
There's a block right there by Mara.
I would look for Michigan to be quicker, get it side to side. A little more action, a little more meaning in their offense.
See if Cadeau can get his fingerprints all over this second half for Michigan. Lendeboard gives it up. Burnett aggressive.
Good
Mara
hands.
inside. Missed it, but a foul.
And right away, a better set. Ball moves side to side. You get action downhill. You see the offensive execution there leading to Mara at the basket. So the presence of Cadeau paying off in that first possession.
And they got into it very quickly.
Yes.
Foul was called on Austin Rapp, his third.
Now, you might say they really run a lot of stuff, Michigan. No back screens as they did there. No side to side.
Mara shoots it at 54%. The stroke, though, is pretty good. Cadeau, those 2 early fouls, so Michigan had to get by with a point guard by committee.
They really got to do a better job using their power game, too. These inside guys can be dynamite.
1 out of 2 for Mara. The rebound is handled by Rapp, the transfer from Portland. So Michigan's got a 1-point lead.
Really put pressure on the wing defenders as well with this spread.
Cadeau on Rhodey, trying to maybe hide him a little bit, not having to guard Blackwell or Boyd, pick up another foul.
Swing it. Bilyauskas will drive it, and he's fouled. Mara stumbling at the end of the play. He's very mature. Alexis Bielyauskas, you can feel that experience when he's on the floor and the ability to stretch the floor. Let's check in with Tracy.
And Michigan with their worst offensive half of the season, but Dusty May said, let's look at the positives. He said the wheels were about to fall off, and we found a way. We regrouped, and we came together. He said Yaxel is being too passive. He's like a fish out of water. He needs to bring it in the second half. And he said in the paint, his guys are waiting on officials. They're driving and flopping. They need to get back to playing with confidence.
Well, this is pretty common around college basketball, but Michigan, their top 5 scorers were not on last year's team. It speaks to how many changes there are from team to team around the country. And you've got to find chemistry and then ride that chemistry into the madness.
I love the way he admonishes himself, though. Actually, very busy on the out. They perk when he moves. Little dribble handoff here.
It's the 4th tie of the day, knotted at 29 apiece. Cadeau using the screen from Johnson, trying to protect against Rhodey. Now a switch. Wants to take him off the dribble.
Pretty.
But he missed it on the teardrop. Rebound. Mara is there with the touch.
And, of course, the dribble drive punishes everybody. Everybody under the ring. Big fella Lumen finishing the deal.
5 points now for Adai Mara, the junior. 2-point lead for Michigan.
And Mara's got to chase. Very tough for him that far from the rim. He's got to help, and here's the drop coverage. Got a kick out.
Boyd, sneaky play, couldn't finish it, slapped out of there and saved. Shot clock is winding down. Off balance. Bielyauskas, he squared, but he missed it short. Cadeau up the floor. Lendeborg handles it, and the layup doesn't go. The follow does. Crashing the boards. Burnett.
How about his hustle? He never gave up on the play. Pretty good sequence. When things aren't going good, Grant, obviously stirred up defensively, a little more action activity, get some open floor opportunities.
Right away, you can see the defense ratcheting up here. Michigan, now Wisconsin out of sorts with their offensive execution.
Wisconsin started the day 6 of 10 from 3-point range. They've made just 1 of their last 9 from beyond the arc.
A pretty good recovery here.
I think Blackwell's got to get a touch.
Shot clock is winding down. Blackwell, the step back 3. Off the rim, rebounded by Mara. Get it ahead, Burnett. Get into a set here with Cadeau. And he's fouled outside by Rhodey. Rhodey makes a bunch of defensive plays. He's averaging over a block per game, over a steal per game.
Yeah, you can just see Cadeau back on the floor. He could have used a screen or a hit and follow, which he did. A little more rhythm and rhyme to what they're trying to run.
And Michigan looking more like themselves here on this offensive end.
Plenty of time to work with on the shot clock. 17:04 mark of the second half. Michigan up by 4 against Wisconsin.
I'm with you, Raph. I like to see Michigan post up a little bit more. Get the big guys involved.
Cadeau puts some English on it.
He can finish, though. That was just, but again, they're locked with their opponent, though. They're on Mara or Johnson, so he can finish at the rim.
Boyd can't answer. Box out as Burnett lost his footing. The 3 ball. Rat knew he missed it. Rebound. Johnson goes into the front row and just took out a little bit of piping.
And Wisconsin, good looks, though.
Yeah, 0 of 5 from the 3-point line here in the second half. And you see Johnson unable to secure the rebound and not making excuses. But this is their 3rd game in a row. And maybe those shots now are starting to be a little bit short for Greg Gard. But they're getting the good looks and open looks that they normally get.
They have just 3 points in just about 8 minutes of game time, bridging the first and second half. So Wisconsin has gone cold here. Blackwell goes down, saves it. Fans wanted to travel.
He's got to go to the rim, I think. Dean Boyd turn heads a little bit.
Boyd off the bounce. Challenges.
Pretty good coverage.
Blackwell. Couple of pumps, steps through, and scores.
How about the patience, huh?
Next level right there. The pump, gather, great balance, footwork, big time shot. They needed a score there on that possession, Wisconsin.
They were 0 of 6 from the field before that bucket from John Ice Blackwell.
Little horns look.
Cadeau is fouled by Blackwell. And it's going to be 3 free throws, or is it? The question is going to be whether or not he was in the shooting motion.
Saying no.
Well, smart right there. Savvy, felt the contact, tried to go right into his shooting motion. could have very well been 3 shots, as you said, Ian. And now Blackwell, those 3 fouls.
It's a major issue for this team.
35-31 Michigan. Linda board, the spin to the rim.
And Wisconsin was not ready to play on that inbounds pass. What footwork by the big guy.
Skill like that, you never lose confidence.
And Michigan now up by 6. Boyd one-on-one with McKinney. Swing it. Carrington. Good defense there by Cadeau. Carrington got caught in the air and he turns it over. Gale gives it right back. Boyd, 3 on the way. Short. And it's rebounded by Cadeau.
Numbers.
Shot out of a cannon. Cadeau is fouled by Boyd.
Save the basket.
An extended 19-5 run for Michigan. They've got the lead in the second half over Wisconsin. You're watching the TIAA Big Ten Tournament. Allstate, you're in good hands. Here in Chicago, Michigan 37, Wisconsin 31 in the first of 2 semifinals. Let's take a look at who brings it home. Presented by Wayfair.
And Wisconsin limit the live ball turnovers, had a few there, 8 in the first half, leading to easy baskets, and they got a defensive rebound against the length and size of Michigan.
And attitude on the other end. Cadeau back on the floor, you got your penetration. Quicker into their offensive sets. I'd like to see a little more power game as well, but Cadeau really the key to this team, the catalyst all year, but more importantly right now.
And you've seen the difference here in the second half.
Absolutely. The head, he runs it. Of course, you saw him at Carroll. I hate to bring the name up in front of you, but the only thing at Carroll, once in a while, he didn't shoot it as well. But this year, he has been terrific.
I thought we were playing nice today.
Nope, apparently that's
temporarily.
Wisconsin has missed 12 of its last 13 threes. Cadeau, the banker, goes down for Cadeau.
He scores because the bigs lock their people.
And this is the largest lead of the day for Michigan. Remember, first meeting, Michigan gave up 91 points to Wisconsin, the most points they've given up to any team this season. Quite a different story here today. Just over 5 minutes gone by in the second half. Wisconsin got a win on Thursday over Washington, 85-82. Backed it up with an OT win against Illinois.
Well, like that powerful kid, oh, good, squeeze it.
Turns it over.
Good screener.
10 turnovers, and they give it right back. Gale couldn't catch it. Wisconsin running the other way. Boyd aggressive to the rim, but he doesn't get the roll.
And a tough night, a tough afternoon for Boyd. 3 of 15 from the field.
Cadeau lines it up. Got a 3.
And that's all made by him. He gave it up early. McKinney didn't take the bad shot. He resumed position. Cadeau and knocked it down.
And in their loss in Ann Arbor, he had 19 points in the second half, so capable of big performances in the second.
And now Wisconsin needs points. Blackwell short. Rebound dug out by Boyd. He floats it up and in.
Gamer doesn't give up on plays.
Sometimes you're struggling. You just got to see that ball go through the hoop. But right now, 4 of 16 from the field, coming off a 38-point performance against Illinois yesterday.
Nick Boyd has 9 points.
Cadeau's getting what he wants. Look at, he drags the left, give him a good open look.
But McKinney misses from downtown, and it's cleared by Blackwell. Blackwell motors towards the rim. Blackwell has got another gear. The banker goes, and the foul.
Both ends of the floor this kid plays. I think good hang time.
The strength right there. I mean, he's attacking Morez Johnson there.
How about this?
Cadeau, you mentioned giving up the ball, getting it back, catch and shoot. And then right there going right into the chest of Morez Johnson. The strength, the concentration, and the kiss, as someone said.
Along the way.
And Mara will check in, replacing Johnson, who just picked up the foul. Blackwell converts at the line. He shoots it at 86%. And Wisconsin cuts it to 6. Blackwell leads all scorers with 13.
And they didn't have this without Cadeau on the floor. He's organizing everything. Where to go, what play to be run, down and through. Now he'll give a little back screen, get the big at the rim, and pop.
And it's not as frenetic.
No, just always side to side, a little more rhythm.
Mara,
either hand.
Missed it with the left, gets it back, floats it up. Good, and the hard.
I don't understand why you can't block his shot. The reach is Utterly incredible.
The wingspan is 7'7" for Adai Mara, the Spaniard.
How about the footwork to get there?
Well, great footwork, but they say you can't teach height. Right there in great length. And a little personality as well.
Now he plays with a smile on his face. There's a fire there from Mara. Played at UCLA his first 2 years and then was just looking for a more expanded role. Michigan offered it, and it's been a perfect fit.
Well, he has smiles on their faces because he gets along with everybody.
Well, what are you insinuating?
Maybe they transpose here on occasion.
Well, they shot 27% in the first half. They're shooting 64% in the second half. Wisconsin dealing with some foul trouble. 12:55 to play here in the second half.
Well, you got him at the top of the key a little bit there, a little late. Oh, goodness.
Bieldiauskas gives it up for Boyd.
Again, the pick and pop.
Blackwell, stop and go. It's blocked by Mara.
Look at this.
Up ahead, McKinney couldn't jam it. Getting back Carrington.
How about Braden not giving up on that play? We saw that earlier. Axel Lindenberg, a retaliation, but no balance at the end of it. It all starts because it is blocked. How about that? I was thinking about that's why they like to drop coverage. They'll give you the 2, but tremendous effort.
Will Cheddar will check in. Great chase down by Braden Carrington.
Have to go out of the game now to rest for the timeout. And this is, again, let's see who steps up and runs the show.
Mara's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 blocks. He came in averaging 2.6 blocks per game.
I don't think he's recovered. And teams just continue to try to go at him right there. Blackwell, you know, he has no fear. Obviously has had a great tournament, a great season getting into the paint. But Mara is just on another level as a rim protector in college basketball.
But as a perimeter player, you got to love it. You lead them to them. You can gamble a little bit more. Just amazing. The difficulty checking the time.
They are. Larry Scarrato and Jeff Anderson are at the scorer's table, just making sure they have the clock correct. The shot clock reset, and the ball had not hit the rim, and I think that was their issue. Why was that shot clock reset? It was not a change of possession. They're going to put 20 on the shot clock. But the ball did seem to hit the rim on the block. Back it into Mara. They stay at home. Mara turns. Now he's in a crowd. Dishes inside, and they get the deuce to Lindebort. Slick pass from Mara.
The cut was great to be there, though. Great anticipation by Youngson.
And now the lead is double figures for Michigan. Wisconsin has made just 1 3 in their last 14 attempts. Wisconsin's largest lead was 8.
Nice gamble.
Almost.
Yeah.
Carrington sticks it from long range.
And that gamble led to that open Carrington 3 right there. If you're going to go for it, make sure you can get that steal. It's leaving a little bit of life here for these Badgers.
Wisconsin, the 5 seed here in the Big Ten tournament. Mara, he's going to fire. The line drive is off. And Carrington, crashing the glass, comes away with the board.
Mara 2 for 7 for the year.
Keep the ball moving. Jones takes it in.
Nice.
Dishes. Open look. Bieldiauskas can't hit the 3.
Again, legs. They're getting the opportunities now. Why not switch to 5-man? Like, let somebody else be the ball screener up there. Chris Mara is the guy guarding them.
Now, right now, it's McKinney against Bieldiauskas, and McKinney rattles home a tray.
Well, you know he can put it on the deck.
50-39, Michigan. He's got 10 points off the bench. Jones gets cut off by Gale. We are under 11 minutes to play.
They're really not able to turn the corner much.
Rhodey had it knocked away by McKinney. Retrieved. Carrington's jumper doesn't go. And Carrington ended up on his backside. Numbers the other way. Gale trying to take the timeout.
Heady play, but that's what he does best. Mara shortens that floor. He's got a baseball pass with some heat on it. And how about this one, Grant? Not bad for a guy who drives.
50-39, Michigan up double figures. Tonight, 8:30 Eastern over on CBS Sports Network. Don't miss the Conference USA title game. Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech. They're going head-to-head for a chance to head to the big dance. And here in Chicago, Michigan up 11 on Wisconsin. Right now, a look at the All-State season recap. And for the Big Ten, Yaxel Lendeborg won the Player of the Year. Coach of the Year was split. Dusty May voted by the media. Fred Hoiberg got the honor through the coaches. Keaton Wagler of Illinois, Freshman of the Year. Braden Frager is the 6th Man of the Year, Nebraska. And Mara, the Defensive Player of the Year for Michigan. And we've seen that block-shotting prowess on display.
They still out of the timeout, little backstring, get him to the box.
Mara, ball fake.
He finds people.
Again, Lendeborg rocks the rim, and it's Mara with a perfect setup.
It's so smart. I mean, you know that when he has the ball, he wants to pass, and a beautiful cut there from Lendeborg. Mara is a handful on that low block.
Catch and fire, wrap. That's an air ball, and Wisconsin really having issues here offensively.
Legs, and you can see the body language too. Shoulders drooping a little bit. I can relate. Mine drooped a lot post game. Little fatigue setting in, and a big fella find it. Dump off. Send it in. Exo to the rescue.
CBS Sports coverage of the Big Ten Tournament is sponsored by Wayfair. Every style, every home. Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by Jimmy John's new Gyros. Order at jimmyjohns.com. Second half action here at the United Center. Let's check out our fast analysis presented by AT&T. The impact that Lendeborg's having on both ends of the floor.
Purdy, by his own admission, said this one got him going at the end of the half, but he just is amazing how he doesn't give up on a play. He's really creative in his understanding of where to be, how to cut, how to present himself. I know Grant feels that he's really got a lot more to give maybe on the offensive end.
I think he does. But look, you said it best. Not really scoring like we're accustomed to seeing, with steals, blocks. He has assists, rebounds, just has a complete game. Makes an impact even when he's not putting the ball in the basket.
And the defense is clamping down Wisconsin. Number 2 in the nation in field goal percentage defense, 38%. Wisconsin now shooting 29% from the field.
They run something nice out of every timeout. This is the America's play to get it to the big fella.
And Mara with the full extension.
And you see that out of this half, the point of emphasis from Dusty May is get the ball inside to Mara. I mean, he's touched it 4 or 5 times this half. And something good has happened.
10 points, 5 blocks for Adai Mara. And they have 18 points in the paint in the second half, so that has been the focus. Blackwell, give it up for a wrap, and he sticks the triple.
They needed that. They were 1 for 11 3-pointers in this second half until that shot. So Wisconsin trying to stay attached. They're going to have to figure out how to guard Mara, though.
Yeah, they're just riding them right here. This is what he does. He finds people opposite, got a great vision.
Kinney has it go over the backboard, out of bounds. So the winner here, first of 2 semifinals, will play the survivor of UCLA and Purdue. That's coming up here on CBS from the United Center.
You know, every year you get the preseason analysis of teams. Wisconsin's not, they'll be okay. They end up pretty good every single year. They go back to Bo's days and right through Greg.
Ilyauskas had nowhere to go to initially. Carrington lets it fly. Money.
You're going to get anything you want. Mara is not going to come out.
And right now, Wisconsin, no quit in this group right here. Back-to-back 3-pointers out of that last timeout.
And this is just ride the big fella.
Badgers are trying to advance to their 3rd straight Big Ten Tournament title game.
How much closer, right? He walked, yeah.
He did. An offensive foul on Mara.
And he didn't have to do that right there. He got good position. Just use your size and go right up at the rim. Mara there spinning baseline, and then it's a little extra shove, elbow.
They let the first one go.
They did.
It was the second one that Jeff Anderson blew the whistle. And that's the second foul on the 7-footer Mara.
Right now, if Wisconsin scores, maybe gets a 3, that could be a little interesting.
And they know they can get a shot with his high ball screen.
Boyd has not shot it well, 4 of 16, but he's always dangerous. Comes to the ball.
You've got to turn the corner and get Mara all the way down to get to the look outside. There you go.
Boyd, oh, good rotation there by Gale.
It was a great read.
Blackwell, swing, corner. Carrington got the defender in the air. Shot clock winding down. Blackwell, short on a 3. Long rebound, and it's tracked down by Gale.
That's what they do, though, with Gale. You mentioned Gale trying to, the rotation was beautiful. They complement one another.
Cadeau running the show with his team up by 9. Cadeau way off. Rebounded by Rapp. Boyd up the floor in a hurry. Boyd got him.
Pretty good balance. Nobody under on the bench. The southpaw. No quitting this kid.
8-0 run. 7-point game. Just over 7 minutes to go. Cadeau makes his move, creates some space. Bank shot, yes.
How about his strength, too, to discard. Big-time kiss.
And when Michigan needs a bucket, I mean, he is that guy that just can go get it at any time.
Boyd protects. Carrington had a notion. We're going to hit 7 minutes to play.
Boyd has a mismatch here with Johnson.
Boyd gets around him, loses his footing. The jumper by Rapp. It's good! Long distance bomb by Rapp.
Took him longer to pick it up than shoot it. A long way down.
Wisconsin cuts it to 6. Two-man game. Cadeau outside Johnson. He'll pull the trigger off the heel. And it's claimed by Bilyauskas.
He doesn't take many of them. He's got 11 made. More like a power game.
Boyd.
Same thing. He drags people.
Look again. Yes!
This is special.
Special, but how about Boyd riding the hot hand, the recognition. Get the ball to Rapp and let him operate.
Wisconsin right now, lightning in a bottle. 14-2 run.
And just because they shoot the ball the way they do, that's why they get back into these double-digit leads. What's going on?
They're bleeding the clock.
Bleeding the clock. Yeah. Thought I missed something.
How about Greg saying to us about the toughness? He saw this early in the year against Purdue when they were down.
Yep.
Competitive, stick-to-itiveness.
Cadeau, the spin, missed it off the window.
Again, they got numbers if they want.
5-on-4, Cadeau gets up and now balanced. Rapp again. Yes! Austin Rapp is out of this world.
Kanicki looks pretty good with his ankle the way he ran out here.
Oh, man.
Austin Rapp, the Aussie, is in a different dimension. Got a tie game. Our game summary here in Chicago. Wisconsin now with 13 three-pointers. They made 15 in the first meeting in January. One of 2 losses Michigan has endured this year. The other to Duke. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson. They have 6 double-digit comebacks this season, Wisconsin does. That's the most in the nation.
When you shoot a high volume of three-pointers and you shoot them at a high percentage, you hit no lead is safe, Raf, at all.
And great. They believe in themselves.
Yes.
Step it up, obviously. And some people have a bad rap sheet. This kid has no misdemeanors. He's just able to knock down some shots. Beautiful. Get those puppies organized. The Aussie with the stroke. And why not deliver on time? Drill. Big time deep.
17-2 run over the last 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Send it over to Tracy.
You just mentioned that run, but absolutely no panic in that Michigan huddle. Dusty May looking at his team and laughing. He said, we're going to be just fine. Just take a real deep breath. They all stood there. They took a deep breath together. He said, let's regroup and go back out there.
Michigan with possession. Tie game, just over 5 minutes to play. Lendeborg feed it inside tomorrow. Ball fake. Mara. 10 to shoot. Spins and slams. Mara with the dexterity and the fancy footwork.
And the patience there. Just took his time. And when you're that big with the footwork and you can just elongate to the rim.
Wisconsin sort of gave up on the defense, though, too.
They relaxed.
With that arm, yeah.
12 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocks for Adai Mara, and Michigan is up by 2.
And right out of the timeout, they always get him a touch. Bodies exchange.
Blackwell swing. Rapp gives it up. 10 on the timer. Blackwell makes his move on Lendebourg. Ball fake.
Pretty good reaction. Mara.
Blackwell looking for a Rapp. He will fire. Oh, he's not human.
He is not. That'll take you out of a switching defense. You got to cover number 22.
This has been a Rapper's delight.
He was talking to both of us about Andrew Gaze, his countryman who played at Seton Hall. He shoots it like him.
And Wisconsin leads by 1. Mara, he traveled.
Nice, a late little trap there by Boyd, causing some confusion. You said it best on the other end. Great drive. And he could have swung it right there, but Rap City from the corner. Oh my, what a performance here by this young man.
6'10", 238 pounds from Melbourne, Australia.
Didn't play in the first game against Michigan.
Well, that's when Bielowskis went off that particular game.
Hand it to Boyd. Under 4 minutes to go. Wisconsin up by 1.
Pretty cross.
Boyd drives, kick. Another one. Rapp. Oh, it's ridiculous! Austin Rapp is stuck on automatic.
Oh my.
18 points, all in the second half.
Ride that hot hand.
Lendebourg, the spin, dish, Mara, they give that to him, and he nails it.
Ooh, Blackwell okay. Fell.
But how about Boyd on that last drive? I mean, just sucking the defense and looking for Rapp. Absolutely wanted to get him the ball. I don't think you leave Rapp at all. If you're Lendebourg, you stay in his chest, body to body, no matter what.
No more automatic switching, or yes.
Yeah, stay attached.
Boyd drives, floats, short, rebound, the reach of Mara. Michigan down by 2.
Offense
going the other way.
Mara, I think. No.
Johnson made contact with Carrington.
And Rodney loves to load up in that lane. That's one of the reasons you get back and balance the floor. Meet before the post-up.
Johnson trying to create some space down low. Carrington takes the brunt of it. This is Conference Championship Weekend, presented by Allstate. CBS Tuesday, lock into an all-new action-packed NCIS night. New episodes of NCIS, NCIS Origins, and NCIS Sydney. This Tuesday, starting 8, 7 Central on CBS. Now the Capital One rewarding performance.
Wisconsin 1 of 10 from the three-point line to start the half. Carrington got it going, 7 of 8%, and Rapp putting on a show. That corner, a great contest, didn't matter on this last drive. Boyd finds him. Nice little shot fake sidestep. Too much Fosters, something I never expect Rapp to say.
You've handled a few on your trip, but the great thing about you close out full steam, that little pump fake and bite, the way they move the ball, and also that dribble drive and kick sets up the threes.
I mean, they were dead in the water.
Trailed by as many as 15. Ball got knocked away. Blackwell retrieves it.
Aussies are very good in the water, by the way.
Swing it.
Oh, goodness.
Bielowskis missed it. Long rebound. Out of bounds. And Wisconsin trying to make the case that Carrington was shoved, trying to get to the loose ball.
And Mara has done a pretty good job there closing out. He hasn't been the one guarding Rapp there. His activity much better.
Rapp and Bielowski had a little smile with one another coming back on defense. Well, maybe you ought to give it to me, Rapp.
Cadeau puts it upstairs. And Wisconsin was ready for it. Johnson did not have the angle.
And you didn't need that right there.
No, not at all. But what a great defensive maneuver.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Wisconsin up by 2 over Michigan. Boyd using the screen. Wrap, ball fake. And he traveled.
Too many guys in the kitchen there. The two bigs were in one another's way. Did you see that?
The spacing wasn't good. Two bigs are right on top of each other.
What are you doing in my area? Goodness, get your passport out of here.
Now, where do you go right now, Michigan? Is it high screen and roll for Cadeau?
I think they'll go inside tomorrow with a touch. There's a little stagger left.
Hand it, Lendeboard, Michigan down by 2. Under 2 minutes to go.
There he is. You got to get it to him, though.
Look to score. There you go.
Space out if you're on offense.
Watch the late try.
Turns and he bakes it in. We're tied.
Utilize him. Excellent. Excellent with that ability to find.
16 points, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks for Mara. 62-62, 90 seconds to play. Boyd. Creating space, kick it out, Carrington. 10 to shoot.
They're staying home on Rat. Got the message.
Here's Boyd now. Shot clock is winding down. His jump shot off the rim. The box out there by McKinney.
And a good defensive possession by Michigan. Nothing in the paint on that opportunity.
1 minute to go.
Johnson trying to load up. He was there.
They missed him.
Cadeau. His jump shot hits the heel. Rebound. Controlled by Lendeboard.
Wow.
Cadeau.
How about
in.
How about the onions by the little guy after missing the deep one?
And Michigan is up by 3. Greg Gard will take a timeout.
Ooh, talk about a counter with some confidence.
Cadeau always under control, and that one touched every bit of the rim to put Michigan in front. Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell star in the Madison. Academy Award nominee Taylor Sheridan's new series about love, loss, and the land that heals. The Madison, now streaming on Paramount+. Elliot Cadeau's three-pointer puts Michigan in front. They're just making sure they have the game clock correct. It's a 7-0 Wolverines run. They lead at 65-62.
Right here, great. Oh, excuse me. In transition.
They were just looking at the clock there just to make sure that the clock rolled just a bit past when the ball went through the hoop.
I was going to say, Michigan's had more close games in this tournament than they've had all season.
It's tough for you to have admiration for a Tar Heel, but Cadeau, he's so essential to this team right now, more so than all year long.
What's admirable that he left, and he chose to go to Michigan, and the year they've had, and the impact that he has on this team. He is the go-to guy.
The clock didn't start on the inbounds, and so we're just a couple seconds with ball.
I got to answer my phone. It's Hubert.
So we got the word from Mike Littlewoods. They just want to get the clock all set up for the final stretch here. Michigan now leading Wisconsin by 3. Spot in the Big Ten Tournament title game is on the line.
And Bert, these games obviously extend the season for kids as you get to the NCAA, but they just make you mentally tougher. I mean, the crunch situations, chance to be a champion.
And look, if you're Michigan, you've had a fantastic season no matter what happens here against Wisconsin. But I do think there is some incentive when you play a team that beats you. You've only had 2 losses all season, a chance to exercise some of those demons.
Now, you exercised 1 year ago with Vegas when you think of it, right?
Oh, well, yes, I didn't play in that first game, but we came back and exercised the demons. Now, I think right now for Wisconsin, Blackwell or Boyd, they got to get a paint touch. Something's there. They can get a 2 or spray it to the 4-3.
No points in over 3 minutes of action. We're down to 35 seconds left. Wisconsin is down by 3 to Michigan.
That defense has been tough of late, right? The challenge shot.
Bullseye!
Right in the eye. Gill contesting big time. That kid is tough-minded.
65-65. The shot clock is turned off. Michigan has the game in their hands.
Ball screen, turn the corner, eventually to the box with a touch, or Cadeau trying to finish on his own.
10 seconds left. Mara gets a touch. Swing it outside Johnson. 6 seconds left. Cadeau Little shake and bake. Winding down. Lindeborg. Oh, yeah! Wow. 3/10 on the clock. The Big Ten Player of the Year delivers.
Well, he was tough on himself at halftime with Trace. This kid stepping up with some major onions. They were in deep trouble, bouncing the ball, and finally get that little relocate, number 23. Boy, is that a big number in this building.
Michigan up by 3. Yaxel Lindeborg puts the Wolverines in front. 3/10 of a second remaining.
And guys, what's impressive, Lindeborg has not really been involved. Had no rhythm, had not really taken a shot, maybe in the last 10 minutes for Michigan. But to step up with the game on the line, to have the confidence, the grit, to be able to shoot it with confidence, that's why he's the Big Ten Player of the Year.
They're going to add 1/10 of a second, so now 0.4 on the clock.
He just moved the bigs a little slow with challenging out there. Biliauskas with that cover, a little bit tardy, but consummate all-around player.
And what can Wisconsin do with 0.4?
It's going to be tough. I mean, to be able to catch and shoot in 0.4 seconds, I mean, it's almost impossible.
Well, this is the ultimate, right? 0.3. I would be big on the ball. Mara just negates blocks out the skyline of Chicago. You can't see.
And Wisconsin needs a complete miracle to send this game into overtime. Boyd, three-quarter court, and it's over. Michigan tested once again, and they pass with flying colors. The Wolverines advance to the Big Ten Tournament Championship game, 68-65. The win over Wisconsin with Yaxel Lindeborg hitting the big shot in the big moment. He ended the first half with a three-pointer, and he ends the game with a three-pointer to put Michigan into the title game.
A lot of answers. Cadeau, we talked about his ability to run the team. Yaxel always plays within the system.
And what I like from Michigan, winning ugly, winning different ways, building that muscle, which helps you in the NCAA tournament in those tough, close games down the stretch.
68-65, the final, the #1 seed in the Big Ten, and the defending tournament champions will have a chance to retain that title. We'll have it for you here on CBS. Purdue and UCLA is coming up. The second semifinal from Chicago to see who will match up with the Wolverines. Mara goes for 16, Cadeau 15, and Lindeborg 12 points, including the game-winning 3 for the Michigan Wolverines. Send it over to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot. And Yaxel, 2 of the biggest shots of the game. You told me at halftime that these last 2 games you haven't played your best. What gave you the confidence to take that shot?
Well, my team's ultimate belief in me, honestly. They strive for me to make plays like that. I live for those moments, man. I've always dreamed of hitting a shot like that. So today was my moment to finally make it come true, and I did.
You look around at this team, it wasn't easy to get that win. How about the way they were able to hold off Wisconsin with the barrage of threes they had?
It's all about composure. You know, we talk about how unselfish this team is. We all love each other. We all play for each other, man. And Adai really got it going, so we just had to play through him and let everybody else fall in line.
What would it mean to win a Big Ten championship here?
It's going to mean everything. I love Michigan with everything in my heart, man, and I'm so excited to be able to play in the championship game for those guys, and hopefully we can bring it home.
On to Sunday. Good luck.
Man, go Blue.
It was a triple Yaxel to win it for Michigan. Stay tuned. Second Big Ten Tournament Semifinal is coming up. Purdue and UCLA. We'll send you to Adam Zucker and company in our studio for Capital One Tournament Central. Little taste of what's coming in this magical month of March.